When we go to multiply mixed numbers, we have to remember that mixed numbers contain two parts, the whole number part and the fraction part. And we've learned how to multiply whole numbers, we've learned how to multiply fractions, but now we need to talk about how to deal with numbers that are both. We have two ways that we can do it. One way would be to convert both mixed numbers into improper fractions. The other way to do it would be to leave the mixed numbers as they are, deal with the whole numbers on their own, and then deal with the fractions on their own. So to do this, let's start with method one. We're going to convert our mixed numbers into fractions. If we're looking at the mixed numbers 2 and 1/2 times 2 and 1/2, what we could do is convert each one into improper fractions. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So we're actually looking at 5/2 times 5/2. And then we multiply the numerators. 5 times 5 is 25. 2 times 2 is 4. We get 25/4. Now, this is a correct answer, but since our original problem started with mixed numbers, it's probably worth our time to convert this back into a mixed number. I know that I can make whole circles or whole rectangles with 25 pieces if I only need 4 pieces to make a whole. So I can make a total of 6 pieces because 6 times 4 is 24. So remember that 25 is equal to 6 times 4 plus 1. So I can make 6 whole sets, but then I would have 1 extra piece. So I'd have 6 and 1/4. Now another way to multiply these mixed numbers is to leave them as mixed numbers, but think of them as a sum of two parts. So the whole number part, and the fraction part. And then we can use FOIL. That's where you multiply the first two terms, the outer terms, that's O, the inner terms, that's I, and the last terms, that's L. Or you could look at this as distribution. So maybe I'm going to distribute this first parentheses to the second one. So I would have 2 times that second number plus 1/2 times that second number. Then I distribute again. I would have 2 times 2 is 4 plus 2 times 1/2. And then I would have 1/2 times 2 plus 1/2 times 1/2. And we know how to deal with these types of multiplications. 4 was easy, that was the whole number part. 2 times 1/2, well, turn the 2, the whole number, into a fraction. And then notice that we're working with a number and its inverse. 2 over 1 times 1 over 2, that's going to be the identity, which is just 1. And then again, 1/2 times 2, turn the 2 into a fraction. We've got another product there that's equal to the identity, which is 1. And then lastly, we have 1/2 times 1/2. Multiplying across the top, we get a numerator of 1. Multiplying across the bottom, we get a numerator of 4. We can add together all of our whole number parts to find that we have 6, and then we carry down our fraction 1/4. Now, common question, which one is the better way? That's going to depend entirely on you. Converting to improper fractions might be difficult, and so maybe you like to avoid that at all costs. I would recommend using the second method if that's the case. If converting to improper fractions is a piece of cake, then maybe use that method because looking at the screen, there's a lot less to write there.